Hey, yo, internets, tonight I'm really excited. We've had this man on the show before and he's incredible. He's a hustle hard founder, mafia boss, problem solver, and rapper slapper. Brooklyn's own tonight on the Combat Jack Show, Complex TV, the unstoppable Maino.
Yes.
What's up, Maino?
Round of applause.
Brooklyn.
What's going on, sir?
I'm easy, man. How you feeling, man? Listen, this is a hell of a production you got going on here.
Nah, thank you, sir.
You're blowing up out here.
You remember our bootleg status before?
It was cool. It wasn't bootleg. It was cool. I was comfortable. You made me feel comfortable, and we got the interview done, and it was classic.
Are you ever uncomfortable?
Not really. Nah, not really.
So, Maino, I know you've been asked this 1,000 times, and I don't even remember if I asked you, man, but that's such a distinguished scar on your face, man. So distinguished.
People say, some people, they say, where you get that scar from? I was like, I woke up with it one day. There's a mark from God.
A mark from God?
Yeah.
What happened, man?
I got this in Comstock. A dude that I had cut prior, you know, he got his revenge. He got his revenge on me. You know, they got barbershops in prison.
Right.
People don't know that they got like barbershops where they cut hair and stuff like that. So I had just got to the jail, and I was getting my hair cut. I knew he was there, but this is when I learned to never overestimate myself and underestimate somebody else.
Because you felt like no retaliation was possible?
I felt like we had talked, and I felt like he got it.
Oh, y'all talked
Right.
afterwards?
I felt like he got where I came from years later. See, this is years later.
Right.
And I felt like he understood, and we was where we was at, and he would, this is what you call rocking to sleep. I was being rocked to sleep, you know, because everybody else knew. Yeah,
Just gently.
Yeah. But it came from a sense of false security, like, man, this nigga ain't gonna do shit.
Right, I got him.
This nigga ain't gonna do nothing. And that's what happened, and this is how I end up with that.
How did you keep from being institutionalized?
Yes, man, you spent 10 years.
Like I don't know anybody who doesn't do that stretch and doesn't get used to that routine.
10 years you spent.
Well, you get used to doing the routine, but you don't allow yourself to you know what I did? I made myself a promise, and I don't know if I told you this before, but I made myself a promise that I would not do. I think it was three things. Three things.
You mentioned.
It was 3 things that I would not do, and because if I felt like if I did them, I was leaving my spirit in prison, and I would come back.
Yeah.
I felt like if I would involve myself with and become a drug addict, because dudes never use drugs all their life, go to prison and become drug addicts, right? That was one.
Right.
If I would involve myself with snitching and shit like that, then that's 2.
Right.
And if I would involve myself with homo activity,
Right.
that was 3. Then I was doing something that wasn't normally me. I was coming in jail and giving myself to things that I would
ordinarily do.
Right.
Right.
You understand? I'm doing something new. That's not right.
Right.
You know, not mine. You know, to each his own. But
Right, of course.
I felt like if I did these things, that I would be I was setting myself up to leave my spirit in prison. Nobody told me this. This is just something that I felt.
Right.
So it didn't matter what they did to me. They put me in a box for 2 years, whatever. It didn't matter what they did. It didn't matter what they did to me.
Right.
You understand? I'd have been in everything that they could possibly do to you, like the glass cage, the bread loaf diet. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm what they call an asshole.
What's the bread loaf diet, man?
You get the bread loaf diet. The bread loaf is like a loaf with the cabbage. It's like it's like I don't want to even say it's steamed. It's like
It's not tasty, is it?
no, but I learned that if you close your eyes and imagine what you want to taste, you can make it taste like a fucking hamburger. You see?
Did it have cheese on it?
You playing? Jeez.
I will say this, Maino, and you had to start taking credit for a lot of this. There's not enough men that go away to jail that come home and stay home. And you,
Right.
and I mean, I'm one of them. You're on a different level. Like you did more years than me, but like, really, that's something. Like when you
How
say
long you
speaking
did?
to the
36 months?
36 months. But
That's
when
a
you
lot of time.
I mean, listen, an hour is a lot of time.
Right.
But coming home and staying home is something that is so good for this youth to see. Like, listen, being in jail is not a cool place.
Right.
So I mean, you did speak that a lot.
I'm writing a book about that.
Nice.
About that whole concept of coming home and needing outlets and stuff like that.
We need a book like that.
Yeah, it's
we
never
need a
been
lot of
been
books
done.
like that.
Yeah, never, because now you're talking to dudes that's either just coming home or is about to come home.
Right.
You understand? I shouldn't even be giving it away because you know niggas be out there stealing ideas.
Of course.
But you see where I'm at with
Right.
it. You know what I mean? It's not an autobiography, but it's something inspirational for dudes that need it.
Right.
You know?
Let me ask you something, man. What about you changed for the better, being 10 years behind bars, man?
Patience. I learned patience.
Right.
I learned patience. And I don't think I was ordinarily a patient person. I was forced to be patient. And this is one of the things that I try to tell dudes, like, homie, if you could sit in prison and you could deal with that for this many years, then you should be able to come home and apply that same patience that you learned.
Right.
Apply it to the street. Rome wasn't built in a day. Understand that everything is a walk. Everything takes time. Everything is not a. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon. We gonna be doing this for a while. Once you understand that, see, these dudes they do all the time. They come home and then they want to rush.
Right.
Like that don't even make no sense. You just learn how to be patient.
When you came home, didn't you want to rush?
I wanted to rush into the game, but I already set myself to understand that it's not gonna be overnight.
Right.
Once I grasped that idea already, it's not gonna be overnight. Of course, you want it to be fast as possible. Shit, I came home thinking that as soon as they heard me, I was gonna be on. Couldn't tell me Hov wasn't gonna sign me. You understand? But you gotta understand that when you're in prison, you got your ideas and you got your dreams and you fit it in your mind because the world is not moving.
Right.
So your fantasies fit. Yeah, they fit.
Everything is structured.
Niggas be like, I got the plan. I got the plan of the century.
Right, but you
Your
can't
plan-
put it in motion till you.
Right, your plan fits you now because you're in your prison and there's nothing moving. And it fits your mind the way you want it to fit. But when you get out here and everything is moving and cars are moving and life is
Motherfuckers
moving
not calling you
and
back
things
and-
is happening, exactly, then it offsets your plan. So you gotta have a plan, but then you gotta leave room for things to fluctuate.
Variations, the flex.
Yeah.
It did kind of happen relatively fast.
Yeah, it did. It did. I came home and I came home and then I was signed.
You came home in 03.
Yep, and I was signed by 05. Like maybe like 19 months. 19 months later, I was walking into my first record deal. You know? Now, that's fast to me.
Right. And that's fast to a lot of cats.
Yeah, that's fast.
Trust me, a lot of
But
cats
anybody
spend.
who didn't spend that time away.
Yeah.
You know, there's cats who realize that that's what they want to do at 17, 18 years old.
Right.
And it might not land a deal till 30. If they ever land.
If they even get it.
Yeah.
But see what you just said? You just said like, maybe if, maybe not. And this is a lot of time when I speak to the homies, like they leave no room for the plan to vary.
Right.
You see? It's easy to say, yo, I'm doing this with no plan B. But understand that, okay, cool. But understand that things you gotta weave and dodge, and because life is coming at you, shit happening.
What was plan B, man?
No, it was no plan B. It was no plan B, but I understood that I'm just gonna stick with this and I'm gonna give it. I felt like this. I swear to God, this is how I felt. If it don't work, fuck it.
Right.
I tried.
Right.
I can fall back on the street anyway.
Okay.
This is where I come
So
from. This is
that
what I'm
was plan B.
comfortable.
Yeah, right.
This is what it is. I wasn't nothing anyway.
Right.
It's sad to say. I wasn't. I'm win. I already won. I wasn't anything anyway. I'm a 2-time felon. What am I? I've been institutionalized. I never rapped a day in my life till I went to jail. So if it didn't work, I was like, man, whatever. It didn't work.
I'm back.
I never said I was a rapper anyway.
Right.
Get ready for combat. No escaping.